All right, how's everybody doing? These guys aren't excited today.
Y'all living the dream?
They're excited. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. You ready? We got a special guy here, and he'll tell you a little bit about himself. I'm not going to tell you. By looking at him, what do you think he does? Huh? A pastor? Anybody else? I guess you would be a pastor. What do you think this guy does? They're not much talkers.
What do you think? We're gonna guess. We're not gonna tell you right off.
What do you think he does?
Something?
An actor? All right. Anybody else over here? How about somebody in the back?
I'm impressed, actually.
Teacher. Yeah, he's a teacher. Somebody in the back out of you three right there. They're looking like, come on.
Taki, what do you think I do?
All right.
All right.
Well, this is Doug. We'll let him talk.
My name is Doug. Y'all just call me Doug. So, y'all have to be here, right? You didn't choose to be here, right? Somebody made you come, right? Y'all are probation or something. Is that right? You didn't just decide, I want to go up there to the church tonight and hear some white dude talk?
So they're on deferred prosecution.
Yeah.
If they come here, then they could get out of trouble without going to court.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, tell me how long y'all been in the program. Just tell me how long. How long you been in it so far? And how old are you? 12? What about you? How long you been in the program? 3 weeks? And how long is the program?
Well, it's 12 weeks. We keep running it.
Yeah, okay. And you're what? 9th grade, 10th grade? 5th grade? Okay. You don't know how?
So you don't know. You might have been out and you're still coming. Huh? Okay, so you're like on like 10 weeks or so.
How old are you? 13? What about you?
Like 3 weeks.
You've been in 3 weeks? Okay, and you're how? Okay. You know how long you've been coming? Yes.
8.
About 8 weeks. You're how old?
14.
14? You young lady. You've been here 10 weeks? Oh, you're 10. You're 10? Okay, and how many weeks have you been here?
I don't know, 8.
Okay. Miss in the back.
I don't know how many days I've been here.
Speak up.
I don't know how many days I've been here.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 14.
14?
Like a month?
How old are you?
17.
17? How old are you? 18? 13. Now that you can't tell, somebody's 13 or 18. Okay, so this is not where you want to be. If we were back 6 months ago, how many of you guys, this is your second time around? Second or more. This is all y'all's first time? How many of you guys have been arrested more than once? More than once, more than once? How many guys have been arrested more than twice? More than twice?
You're 17.
You 17? Yeah, you got more experience. How many guys know the odds about how many times you're going to get arrested again? You know what the odds mean? If I'm a betting man, I'm throwing bones, I'm playing dice, and I've got to bet somebody what would you say this young man, how many more times he's going to get the rest of his life? You think it's 0 on average? It's not. It goes way up. When you're arrested twice or 3 times, the chances go, y'all heard that word? Recidivism. It's where you keep doing the same thing over and over again, keep getting in trouble with the law. So, we got to have a plan to stop this, right? We got to have a plan. 10 years old, 17 years old, you've got your whole life in front of you. You've got your life in front of you, man. So we got to have a plan. That's what I want to talk to you about tonight. Just is a little bit about having a plan. I'm not getting paid for this. Absolutely not. I'm not getting forced into it. The government didn't make me come do this. I do this because I really want just to try. Maybe one of you will listen. Maybe one of you will remember one thing I say, and it might change your future. Because as you all know, your future is not looking bright today, okay? but it can. It can look very bright. It can look brighter than anybody in your family's ever done. Anybody in my family's ever done. You can do whatever you want, but you gotta have a plan, okay? So, if we don't plan, if you hear one thing from me today, if you don't plan, somebody else is gonna make your decisions for you. If you don't make a plan about what you wanna do, when you wanna do it, it's not like nothing's gonna happen, something's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna decide for you, and they're not gonna decide what you want, man. Why would they decide what you want? They're not. They're gonna decide what they need you to do, what society says they need you to do, and it's not gonna be a good job. It's not gonna be a good place in life. It's gonna be the last thing in the world you wanna do. And you're gonna be doing something. You're either gonna be going to school here in about 10 years, you're either gonna be working in 10 years, you're either gonna be sitting on your butt on welfare in 10 years, or you're gonna be dead in 10 years. These are all possibilities, and the odds say at least one of you is gonna be dead. Do you know that? I sure hope not, man. I pray not. The odds say at least one of y'all is gonna be dead. I don't like playing the odds. I don't like accepting the odds, let me put it that way. I wanna fight what's coming. The odds say one of y'all's gonna be dead. Look around, man. Just look at each other's faces. I know it's like scary, but will you be dead? That's what the odds say. So what we gotta do is we gotta make a plan. We gotta plan on not being dead. How can we not be dead? But more than that, how can we be doing what we wanna be doing and not be in the next level up of what this is? The next level up from this is, what do you think this is? You're in child jail, whatever you call this. What is it, Carl?
It's a juvenile offender program.
Okay. So what happens in 2 years for you? 1 year, really? What happens?
Well, I go to jail, but even now, I still be charged as an adult.
Have you ever been in a real jail before?
Yeah, but not by myself, not like
I
myself.
guarantee you, the people in the real jail with you don't look like these guys at all. It's a scary place. It's a scary place and a sad place. And it's not just that I don't want you to go to jail. I actually want you to succeed and do good things. Do good things. Do what you want to do. So, I want you to go around. You got to say something, man. Because if you don't say something, I get to be society. And I get to decide for you what I want you to do. Raise your hand. Just give me a little nod if you have some idea of what you want to do when you deal with it. I see 2 hands, 3 hands, 4 hands. That's better than I thought. Great. All right. What do you want to do? A cop? Excellent. You have a plan for that? Okay. We're going to talk about how you can make a plan. That's great, though. Do you think there's a good reason why you can't be a cop? There's not. You're right. What about you, brother? A welder? That's what you want to do? Okay, so we got to have a plan for that, right? Welding guys make good money around here. Not the safest job, but they make good money. And if you know any welders in your family? Have you ever tried welding before? Okay, so you got a plan. Okay, well, it doesn't include this, so we'll talk about how we're gonna get there. You raise your hand.
Football, I'm trying to go D1 with a scholarship.
Okay.
Major in something, like some engineering.
Okay, so I hope you can play D1 or D2 or any kind of football. I want a little bit longer goal than that, though. So you said engineering. You know the odds of football are well. You can still do it. You could beat it. Somebody does. We've had plenty of people go pro from here, but it was not many. And they were really exceptional. Some of the best athletes in the world don't make it the pros, and they get hurt and stuff like that. But I heard engineering. What kind of engineering? You know?
Architecture.
Okay, that's a significant plan. We gotta picture you there, and we gotta work back how we're gonna get there. You raised your hand too, right? What do you say? Plumbing. A plumber? You have plumbers in your family?
Yeah.
So you've seen it done, right? Plumbers can make good money. A lot of money, actually. I've given them plenty of money. So, what do you want to do? What do you want? What's your plan? What do you want to do?
Want to be a lawyer?
A lawyer. Very good. Is that really what you happen? Lots of lawyers were in trouble when they were 10. What about you, ma'am, behind you? Okay, I'm about to decide for you. Are you sure you want me to decide? Are you sure? Okay, get your butt into Cinnabon, start making some Cinnabons and Schlotzky's, 5 a.m. That's what you're doing. Literally, that's what you're doing. So, what about you? Say again?
Firefighters.
Firefighter? Okay, we gotta have a plan to get there. That's a good thing. What about you?
Mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering? You guys are surprising me. Okay, good. Mechanical engineer. Do you know what a mechanical engineer does? Give me an example. Pretty broad. What about you? Are you sure? You want to work Cinnabon girl? But you are my Long John Silver's fry cook right now. Cool? That cool? Cool with me? Because I like Long John Silver's once a year. When I get that greasy craving, somebody needs to do those things. Somebody's got to make my Cinnabon. I want to be you. You're kind of cute. You're kind of cool. I want you to do my fish, and you to do my Cinnabon. And why in the world would that not be the case, kids? Why are you not going to end up in? Because I get to decide for you. I, society, get to decide for you. Anybody grow up thinking they want to be a fry cook or freaking any of these restaurants on Restaurant Road? Is that what any of these adults wanted when they were your age? It's literally what's going to happen to you, man, if you don't have a plan. I'm not joking. It may be a different restaurant. It may be a different job. It may not be Cinnabon. It may be, but it ain't going to be great. If you don't have a plan, somebody else is going to decide for you. I had my plan when I was in third grade. And kind of maybe a little change here and there. You don't have to have a plan in third grade. You have to have a pretty good idea of what you want to do. You gotta, my pretty good idea is like, do I want to go to school? Do I want to get a job? Do I want to be a criminal? Do I want to be on welfare and live off other people? Is that what I want to do? Or do I want to make freaking sweet rolls for some stupid white guy? I don't want to do that. So let's start thinking backwards. How do we do this? If we gotta look at the goal and we gotta think backwards. So let's take everybody's example, okay? You said you want to be a policeman. Do you know what it takes to be a policeman? How do we find out what it takes? Say again. Yeah, why would they even look at you? Think they would initially take the guy with a big criminal record to look at him? Probably not. Okay? Are they going to take the guy who showed initiative? Are they going to take the guy who graduated high school? Okay. So, number one thing, we got to graduate high school, right? How do we graduate high school? Okay. What's before high school? Middle school. Are you in middle school these days? Okay. What'd you get in trouble for? Terroristic threat. That didn't go very good with middle school, right? That doesn't go very good with law enforcement, you know what I'm saying, right? So, you haven't ruined your life yet. You haven't. If we want to apply to the police academy, you can do that like right out of high school pretty much. They usually make you do a few things more. But it means we've got to have a good record. We've got to be good grades through high school. You've got to be able to beat the other guy next to you that's, what do you want to become? You got to beat a few people that are trying to do it, right? And you've got to have at least the instinct to follow the law, right? So what can you do right now? Just 3 or 4 things. What can you do? Okay, let's think a little higher. Besides finish school. Say louder. Not just finish school, but actually do good in school, right? The best of your ability. Why do you think we go to school? It's not torture. I know it seems like torture. I used to think it was when I was y'all's age, but it's not just a means to an end. You only get one chance to be young and learn stuff, and then it's, man, ask your parents, if you have parents. How many of y'all have two parents in the home? Raise your hand if you have two parents in the home. Two people, right? Two people. Y'all like that or not like that? I mean, the people that don't have two parents in the home. You wish you had two parents in the home? Honestly, do you wish you had two parents in the home that cared about you? You don't wish that? You're glad you only have one. You don't wish you had two parents in your home who cared about you. I don't believe. I don't believe. You may have had a bad experience with all those people, but don't you wish you had two parents that cared about you? Come on. Nobody's gonna say no. Are you glad you have two parents? Are you glad you have two parents? One of them not treat you right? Okay. Do you know how history repeats itself? How are we gonna not repeat yourself where your kids are the same place you are? Talking about you, skull man. I'm glad my dad doesn't live in the house. I'm glad he doesn't live in the house. Oh God, doesn't that hurt your feelings even think about what about your kids one day? Most of y'all don't have kids yet, right? Okay. Never know. That would crush me to think about my kids saying, I'm glad my dad's not in the house. I'm glad my mom's not in the house. We don't want to repeat that, okay? Next, what did you say? You said welding? Okay. Who do you know that's welding?
It's good.
Is your grandpa still alive?
Semi.
Is he alive?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he still with it? Can he talk to you?
Yeah.
You had a good relationship with your granddad? You talk to him? So guys, one of the best things you can do to make it a plan is you talk to somebody who's already doing it. You need to talk to a cop. Not the way you've been talking to him. Okay? Not by saying I'm gonna blow up the World Trade Center. Okay, homie? I know whatever threat you made, you probably didn't think you were gonna carry that out, but as you know, actions have consequences, right? Okay. So if you want to be a cop, you know how much a cop would stop to talk to you and want to tell you? People that do something specific, man, they die to want to, for somebody to come to them and want to tell, hey man, I want to be like you. Oh, that makes you start feeling good. If you go to a welder and say, I want to weld, what do I need to do to get to where you're doing? He's not going to say, well, just go get a welder. No, he's going to say, well, you got to train. Welding now is, you got to have a license and you got to, this is West Texas, you got to train for a lot of things. And there's more than one welder. So if you want to, you can get it, but they're not going to pick a guy with a criminal record, a significant criminal record, okay? You still haven't ruined your life. You still have not. There's still a way out of this. That's why this whole program exists, for people that haven't made absolute life-ruining decisions yet, but are on their way to it. So find a welder. You have a granddad that's doing it. That's the best you can do. Right? You can't get much more than that. And find out what do I need to do that.
I'm in welding school.
You're in welding school now? So you have a plan. That's a real plan, man.
All I need to do is wait until I'm 18 to get the money for my car accident, and then I can start getting my own equipment. I got about, if they're not taking out as much as I think, I can get around $7,000 as soon as I turn 18.
Okay, so that's a real plan. I don't want you to waste your time until you're 17, man. This is valuable time in y'all's life. You could be doing a lot of things, okay? But that's a real plan. I'm in school for it, okay? Well, don't waste your time out of school about being here. What'd you do? What's your crime?
Assault charge.
Huh?
Assault charge.
Assault.
Oh, assault. Okay. Well, if I'm picking up, trying to hire somebody, is that how you hurt your head? Is that how you hurt your head? Or something else? So if I'm picking a welder in my business, I don't want a guy who's going to get in fights. I want a peacemaker. I want a guy who gets along with others and makes things work better. Fights do not work, right? They never work. You've never seen them work in any of the ones you've seen, okay? You've got a plan. You don't have a plan. We're going to come back to you because I got to make my fish. I like my fish. Vinegar, tartar. Yeah, you are doing that. Don't shake your head. You're doing that because you don't have another plan. You're my fish guy. Next.
Chemical engineering.
Engineering. You said mechanical engineering? That's a big degree. You know that, right? Where do you get that degree? At high school? Where?
I don't know, I just heard about it in the school.
Yeah, that engineering place across town, right? You just go and you get that, they'll give you this big certificate for it. You gotta go over there though, right? No, it's a college degree.
I know, but
Okay, well, we gotta start
I just
thinking.
thought about it.
Okay, good, you thought about it, you wanna build stuff. Good, if you're gonna build stuff on that level, you have to have a college degree. Okay, you have to, I'll just tell you. So we gotta start. How in the world am I gonna get from sitting in here in juvie to a college degree? You can do it, there is a way. There is a direct way. But that's a college degree, okay? That means you've got to go at least 4 years in college, at least, okay? Probably more. And you gotta do 4 years in high school, okay? How are we gonna get into that college with a degree program? How are we gonna do it? Okay, you're about to go join, you start saying, I don't know, we're going to work with your buddy over there wearing the little white hat. Yes, sir.
He's saying that he doesn't even know if he's going to college. Well, you gotta scratch that.
Okay, so we're not gonna be a mechanical engineer, okay? Just tell me.
Yeah.
So what do you wanna do?
I kinda wanna like work on cars.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, you like to work on cars. You need a boss, you wanna have somebody be your boss, tell you what to do, or you wanna run the place?
I want.
Okay, so how are we gonna start learning about cars? How are we gonna do that?
My dad knows about cars.
Have you asked him a lot, saying this is what I wanna do?
Not really.
Okay, does your dad get paid to work on cars?
Yeah.
Okay. You have your dad, are you close to your dad?
Yeah.
So you have a guy that you live with him?
Yeah.
You have a guy that you live with who does what you wanna do. Or you think you should be pimping him every day? You know, pimping means asking a lot of questions, not pimping him out like a,
Yeah.
that's all that means. You should be like on his butt trying to learn everything about this. If you ask your dad, I wanna do like you, I wanna do cars, I guarantee you, he's gonna tell you what not to do too. Okay, he's gonna say, you can't go down this road because I don't wanna work for the man, I don't wanna work with this, what you really wanna do with the money is, son, is like, you building your own classic rat rods or something, whatever. But you gotta have a plan. So literally, I hope you understand this. If you said, I'm not going to college, and you're not sure, then 100% mechanical engineer is off the table. No way, no how. That doesn't mean you cannot do those things. It means you're choosing not to. Okay? Okay. What did you say you wanted to do? Firefighter. Okay, kind of the same position as him. How are we gonna make that happen? Do you know any firefighters? Do you know if any firefighters exist in this town? I bet you they do. They do. How can we talk to a firefighter?
Someone-
Scolded.
Literally, I bet you could go over there and say, why are you here? I want to talk to you some of the guys about how do I get to be a firefighter. I bet you they would just pile around you. Here's what you gotta do. They would love to do that. I know they would. People like to talk about themselves. It makes them feel successful. You wanna be like me? Oh gosh, okay, let me tell you what to do, son. That's how people are. If you have a young kid come up to you like a 5-year-old, I wanna be like you, man. How do I be like you? I wanna say something important. People like to talk about it. But there's no way you're gonna be a firefighter if we don't think, how do we get there, and then work backwards. Just like him, okay? You're how old again? 14? Life ain't over. What'd you do?
Got caught.
With weed? Okay. It's kind of funny, you know, but with firefighter put up. Yeah. You're starting fires and putting them out. Okay, that's how we all are. We all make mistakes, okay? We all do. It's not good. We all make mistakes. We've all been in trouble. I could be sitting right where you are for a million things I did when I was young. I didn't get caught. I was younger. I was white. I lived on the good side of town. And I got breaks and y'all don't get it. It's not fair. Not fair. But you gotta play this game right now. You gotta play the game, okay? You've gotta talk to somebody who's a firefighter. If you really wanna be a firefighter, how do I get there? It's not gonna happen if I don't go to school and finish high school. I'm not getting hired. It's definitely not gonna happen if I have a significant criminal record. We don't, firefighting is part of enforcement. It's our first responders. They're part of like the law, right? They're part of it. Fire chief can pull you over after. So it's part of our people, of our government, our city government that makes things run in emergency. We don't hire criminals. We don't hire people that don't achieve. We want If I'm picking the guy to come save me in my fire, am I gonna pick the guy that's like, oh, no, am I gonna pick the guy that trained hard to do it? Who do you want coming through your door? I want the guy that take training. What did you say you want to do?
A lawyer.
A lawyer. Okay, you're 10 years old. Do you know what that takes to be a lawyer?
College. High school.
What else? Even more than college. You gotta go to law school for at least 3 years after college. Okay? Then you gotta clerk for a couple of years. Did you know every lawyer in the world used to be 10 years old? So every lawyer was exactly where you are right now. Everyone that's ever been, that's a lawyer, was 10 years old. Okay? And some of them got in trouble for other things. Some of them got in big trouble, some of them got in little trouble. What'd you do?
I got to fight.
Got into a fight? Okay. You get in a lot of fights?
Not that often.
Are you a bully? You're a bully?
Yeah.
You bully other kids?
No, I got bullied, but I like to bully.
Say it again. Say it loud.
They used to bully me, but I don't feel bad.
Are you a bully? Are people scared of you?
No.
So you're not a bully. Fight back?
Yes.
You pick on kids that are littler than you?
No.
You pick on weak people?
Who?
Do you pick on weak people? People that are weak? You don't sound like a bully. You don't look like a bully. I don't think you're a bully. Okay. You got in trouble for fighting. Guess what lawyers do for a living?
What?
Fight. Not with their fists, but with their brains and their words and stuff like that. Okay, so I just want to tell you, if you want to be a lawyer, you can definitely do it. Definitely. I was younger than you when I decided what I wanted to do. Okay? It takes 3 years of law school. How do we get into a law school? You have to graduate pretty well in college, okay? How do you get into college?
Middle school?
Huh?
Middle school?
Middle school? You gotta do good in high school, okay? You gotta make good grades in high school so you can get to a college that will take you, okay? College is after high school. You're not even in middle school yet, are you? No. How do we get to high school? You gotta get through middle school. How do we get to middle school? You gotta not be arrested at 10, okay? Not get in fights at 10, okay? So have a plan. Guess what? Let's do the math. 3 years of law school, plus 4 years of college, plus 4 years of high school, plus 2 years of middle school. Okay, what was that? Did y'all do it? 13, okay? I think it's 13.
13.
So in 13 years, how old will you be?
23.
Good. Okay? If you go to law school in 13 years, how old will you be? Before you answer. In 13 years, how old will you be if you go to law school? 23. In 13 years. If you don't go to law school, how old will you be in 13 years? Same answer.
I can't.
23.
I can't look.
Can you look? I'm telling you. I'm telling you the answer. In 13 years, if you go to law school or not, you're going to be 23 years old. Got it? So do you want to be a lawyer or do you want to be something else when you're 23? Sitting on the chair, helping homegirl behind you with the honey buns. Okay. So we have a plan. We can work backwards. But you got to stay focused on that plan. We got to reevaluate it all the time. You literally can do this. I'm not joking you. I'm not joking. Are you sure you don't have a plan? I'm not picking on you. I'm trying to show you something. You don't have a plan. I want you to have a plan. You're good enough to have a plan. But if you don't have some kind of plan, you're going to be right where you're at, and there's nobody paying for you. Nobody helping you out. Nobody take the rap for you. Nobody bailing you out, giving you rides, buying you your jeans, paying for your phone. Ain't nobody doing that. Okay? I'm trying to get you to see. You're not going to be nobody, okay? I don't believe you are. I don't believe you are either. But I'm telling you, if you don't decide, somebody's going to decide for you. And honey buns are good, and fried fish is good. Okay? And somebody got to make mine. Does it need to be y'all? No. It does not need to be y'all. What did you say?
I said that I was gonna like go D1 or D2 and use that as use scholarship to major in college in engineering with architecture.
Okay, great. So you're in the same kind of boat as lawyer girl here, okay? That requires graduate school. It means after college, okay? Got it. It's the same story. How do I get into a good college? A good architectural school. I have to go to a college that has a good program for architecture, for pre-architecture. How do I get into college? A good college. I have to do fairly well in high school so they'll take me. Let's say you blow out your knee next week. We still gotta have a backup plan. What's the plan to get through college if your knee blows out? We hope that doesn't happen, but what if it does? We gotta have a plan. Because no knee given out is gonna stop you from being an architect, in my opinion. Bull crap if that happens. Okay? We're not gonna let it happen, man. We cannot say no to this. We have to have our plan. So no ACL tear is gonna keep you from being an architect. Are you kidding me? So what's our plan? You're 17. It's coming tomorrow. Have you got any D1 offers yet?
No, sir.
Been arrested at least twice?
Yeah.
You think they're gonna take a chance on you?
By the way I play, yes, but
Are you sure?
positive.
There's some,
but I'm not.
How much you know
I mean,
the
realistic,
NFL?
probably not.
I know if it's the NFL. We got, there's some receivers that are like all world everything, and they've burned all their chances because,
They get a wreck and stuff.
huh?
They get to a wreck and stuff, battery, all tight.
Okay, so what if your knee's blown out? There's a way. I'm telling you, there's a way.
I know, but I don't know.
Okay, well, let's have a plan. Did you know it's completely free to go for, like, y'all to go to college, if you wanna go to college here? Completely free,
That was done in the first 2 years.
okay? What happens if you do good the first 2 years?
They extended.
You get scholarship to other places. UTBB, I think is doing still 4 years. I think.
Yeah, but UTBB, I know they have a $10,000 4-year degree that you can get out. $10,000 that's a deal.
Yeah, it's a real deal. $10,000 sounds like a lot of money, trust me, it's not a lot of money. And $10,000 won't last.
So you're saying that you pay 10 right to take your degree?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, but you
they
can
have-
pay that out, right? So first of all, you get your 2 years free, no matter what. I'm not saying you can't finish out strong and get a D1 scholarship,
Yeah,
but bull crap, if that's gonna derail you if you don't get drafted, or if you don't get, what's your position?
running back.
Okay, how long does a running back, career last in the NFL these days? Not long, right? Unless you're Derrick Henry or something.
Right.
And he's lucky, because you're not Derrick Henry.
6'5", 250.
Yeah, okay, so we gotta have that plan. I hope I'm not screwing this up, I hope they hear me.
No, it's all right.
Okay,
I had to get back here and move it around, I forgot.
I'm sorry.
So we actually have like 5 minutes.
All right, we're not done. What are you? What do you wanna do?
Plumber.
A plumber, okay. Plumbing I was joking before when I said we can go over there to that place over across the street and get that mechanical engineering paper. You can't do that with plumbing either now. You have to be a master plumber, right? You know about that? Is there a plumber in your life? Who?
My mom's boyfriend.
Your mom's boyfriend. How long have they been together?
2 years.
2 years? Okay, so he's kind of in the picture, right? Is he a good guy?
I don't like it.
You don't like, you know any plumbers you like? I don't expect you to like everybody, brother. Okay, there's plumbers you like. Are there plumbers in this town? What do you think it's hard to get in contact with a plumber? I bet you $1,000 if you called a plumber and said, my name's so-and-so, I'm, how old, 13? I wanna be a plumber, is there any time I can talk to you? They would say yes. I can almost guarantee you, there's a lot of plumbers in town. I know several that I just know. And I've given plumbers a lot of freaking money, they make money, okay? In New York City, they make more than a doctor, did you know that? A plumber makes more than a doctor, that whole city, built on pipes and stuff, going straight up. Okay, so if that's really what you wanna do, let's take it back, you've gotta go to a plumbing school, okay? You probably have to graduate high school, I'm guessing. You don't have to?
There's some plumbing jobs you don't like.
Say again, loud.
Some plumbing jobs you don't like.
Okay. You're probably right there, but you wanna get to a plumbing program of some kind. You're gonna do much better if you have some sort of license, if you're a master plumber. Did you know that? There's different levels of plumbing. It's like, I'm a plumber, I guess, because I know how to stick my hand in the toilet and pull out the toilet paper. That don't make me times you been arrested?
Once.
What have you done? What'd you do?
I just got caught with THC.
Some vape?
Yeah.
That's what you got for?
I don't know if they were still weed. I didn't smoke them, because I don't know.
So you got a substance of some kind, okay? All right. So that is not the ticket to a successful anything. Okay, we don't have much time here. So when I was your age, I knew that if I did. So Rachel, you know how many years I've been in school? I went to school 20 freaking 8 years. I went to school 28 years. Guess how old? I'm 53 years old now. Okay. Guess how old I'd be if I didn't go to school a day. 50 freaking 3. Okay? Time is coming no matter what we do. Tomorrow is coming. We better make a plan. We've got to make a plan. Okay? You can do that. I'm a doctor actually in this town. I grew up in this town. I went to Goddard. I went to Lee High School. I saw those fights. I was in those fights. I got offered drugs. I did have a good parents. I did. And I did have breaks that y'all don't have. I did. I acknowledge that. But if I didn't, you still wouldn't have stopped me. And plenty of people that didn't have good breaks with me are doing very well right now. Very well. But they have a few more hurdles, but they can still jump them. It's coming. It's coming. When you're 25, it's coming. 25 is coming. 25 is coming. You want to be where you're at now, in trouble with the law, no respect from your parents, your peers, people around you who look down on you. Bullcrap. No money, living off somebody else, either the government or somebody you're taking advantage of, honestly. Or you want to be able to go drive your car home to your family, to your wife, to your kids, to your house where you know you're safe. Okay? That's what I want to tell you. If you don't have a plan, the lesson I want to leave you with is if you don't have a plan, guys, you too, you're not the only ones, okay? A lot of us are like that. If you don't have a plan, the world's going to decide for you. And it's not going to pick what you want. It's going to pick what it wants. You'll fall in the cracks until you land, and you're going to land someplace not good. Okay? You can do it. You can do good things. This doesn't define you. You've made some mistakes. We've all made mistakes. Let's get these out of our system now. Let's go nothing but forward. Okay? So, yeah, my name's Doug Cochran. I'm a doctor here. I went to school for 28 years. I'm just like you, except.
So like 28 in total?
Yeah, I went to school a long time. But you don't have to go to school 28 years to be successful.
So I know. What kind of doctor are you?
I'm family medicine here in town. I do like emergency medicine, I do psychiatry, I do family medicine, I do a lot of stuff. And one of you said I look like a preacher. Well, I actually went back and got my degree in preaching school and stuff recently. That's funny you said that. I guess this is what a preacher looks like. I am no better than you at all. 0. But I knew what I wanted to do at y'all's age, and nothing was going to stop me. Nothing was going to stop me. I had some bad stuff happen to me, too, along the way. I just had when I was your age, I think we're going pretty good. So, I admit that. White guy from the north side of town. Different than you guys. But that ain't going to stop you. You can't stop it. Okay? That's all I got for you guys. Get your butts straight and get out of here and go live right. Come on.